We do this in several ways. Our signature initiative is to support the Spartan East Side Promise, a partnership with San Jose State University, providing a pathway for East Side graduates to attend SJSU. We fund the Spartan Summer Program, a week-long orientation for East Side graduates attending SJSU. We also provide scholarships for students attending SJSU. For the first time last year, we awarded $25,000 in scholarships. We invite you to join us this fall for our next round of scholarship awards to Spartan East Side Promise students. Additionally, we support many extracurricular activities in the East Side Union High School District. Once again, thank you for being with us this evening.
Thank you, Dan. And I also want to mention that Dan and board members Kathy Kamen and Lorraine Guerin were original founding members of the Eastside Education Foundation. So thank you, Dan and Kathy and Lorraine. And before we get to our student entertainment that we have for you this evening, please welcome Eastside Education Foundation board member Ramona Webb for an inspirational word. Ramona?
Thank you so much for having me. My name is Ramona Laughing Brook, and we're going to begin with a land acknowledgement, as written by kinfolks and edited by myself. I am Ramona Laughing Brook. I'm Afro Creek Muskogee, and as individuals seeking social justice, we recognize the importance of committing to the everyday work of deepening our understanding of the history and the actions that have led each of us to exist on this land, North America. So we begin this powerful work with a land acknowledgement. We intentionally recognize and respect Indigenous people as the traditional stewards of this land and honor the enduring relationship that exists between Indigenous people and traditional Indigenous territories. We acknowledge the Ohlone and the Ohlone people whose traditional and unceded territory we are gathered upon today. We acknowledge the overlapping histories of this region, including continuing conditions of stolen Indigenous land and power, in addition to the ongoing violence produced by the legacy of racialized slavery and oppression. We also recognize that the institutions and industrial complexes which we struggle within have been complicit in the erasure of history and the continue to benefit from the perpetuated process of colonialization, broken treaties, racism, colorism, bi, homo, and transphobia, misogyny, dispossession, and displacement. Let us take a moment to extend our deepest thanks and gratitude and appreciation to our shared ancestors, present elders, and emerging elders. Let us reflect in silence and be mindful of conducting our work using our words, actions, and intentions that demonstrate the honor and appreciation we extend to the Ohlone people and all Indigenous people whose lands we stand upon. Let us take a collective deep breath in silence together on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, in. And continuing in this, thank you for holding the space. I've written a poem for this evening called Calling in the Welcome. Calling in the welcome. As we gather in goodness and a celebration of clasped hands and tapped keys, with waving hands and emojis, we show our resilience. Even in a global pandemic, our bravery is seen in the courage it takes to arise from sleep's dreamy grip. Each day we lift our light and begin to shine, our hearts holding the space between us. This is how we've come to get together now, how we welcome in the room now. The stars in our eyes gotta shine brighter now. We gotta live stronger now, FaceTime more to see you now, keep each other safe now, believe in active hope now. This is how we usher in the welcome, with pictures and pronouns and full names in chats and drive-by birthdays, Facebook Live performances, celebrating our students in Zoom rooms, anniversary Instagrams, TikTok dance moves, and yes, crab dinners to go on Saturdays. This is how we live strong now, how we keep the faith now, how we celebrate the newness on its way. Let our hands hold our intentions as we share, as we make memories, as we continue to thrive, as we welcome in the future of our new day. Ashe. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ramona. And I don't know how I'm supposed to follow that, but thank you very much. At this point right now, we have a special treat. We have some student entertainment for the evening. Please welcome the Alum Rock Jazz Band with head director Charles Posner and assistant directors Louis Flores and Benjamin Vega. Now, the students that will be participating come from a number of schools from Alum Rock, a number of the middle schools, and they are Fisher, Shepherd, Joseph George, Ocala, Renaissance Academy, and Adelante schools. Peter? That was terrific. Thank you so much. The students from the Alum Rock Jazz Band. And that's about the only thing that could have followed up Ramona's uplifting words. I want to thank again, Charles, Louis, and Benjamin, along with coordinator Danelle Finnan and superintendent of Alum Rock School District, Hilaria Bauer, for sharing that talent with us this evening. Thank you very much. That was really terrific. And now we want to continue to make this very personal, and we want you to meet one of the students who participated through the Spartan East Side Promise. She is a current San Jose State Spartan. Please welcome Viridiana Galvez Garcia. Viridiana, thank you for being with us this evening.
Hi.
So kind of let's start off. What year are you in at San Jose State right now?
I'm a freshman.
So you just started. Okay.
Yeah.
So is it too early? Like, do you have a major planned, or where are you in that process?
I'm actually studying business administration with a concentration in management information systems.
Okay, so maybe
I'm
down the
really
line.
interested in tech.
In tech, okay. Well, there's some people
Yeah.
involved in that, so they'll be
Mhm.
keeping calling you this evening. So you went through the summer program. How was that for you?
Yes.
How was it? How was
That
that?
was actually really helpful because as a first generation student, college really seemed to be very intimidating to me. Um, I'm a first generation student, and in the middle of a global pandemic, I was doubting myself. I didn't know anyone. I didn't know who to ask for help or where to access resources. So attending that program was actually pretty helpful because I was able to be exposed to different resources and to feel connected to college, and that made my transition way easier.
Great. So I heard you say you're first generation, first in your family to go to college.
Yes.
Right? And if you went, so you actually went through our summer program virtually then, right? Did you
Yes.
go last summer? And
Mhm.
how was that? Did that work okay for you? Um, it sounded like it still had a beneficial effect, even though you weren't there in person.
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
Because I was nervous. I didn't know who to talk to, and that program really allowed me to feel part of the college community.
Oh, that's terrific. So, Viridiana, what high school did you go to?
I went to Overfelt.
At Overfelt, okay.
Hmm.
That's Principal Vito Chiala over there. Do you have any best
Yeah.
memories from high school or anything that stands out for you that was a good experience?
Yeah. So coming into high school, I was a really shy person, and that is something that I didn't like about myself. So I decided to join a club and start meeting new people. And I joined Californians for Justice my freshman year, and then I became president my junior year. So that's my favorite high school experience because I proved myself that anything is possible as long as you have determination and as long as you believe in yourself. That really prepared me for college.
Well, that's terrific. And I'll put a plug in for the Californians for Justice. It's a terrific organization. It's so great that you were able to be involved. Thank you for being with us this evening, and we wish you the best. And let us know when you're graduating so we could all celebrate with you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So that was Viridiana Galvez Garcia, freshman at San Jose State. And everyone, your contribution and donations to tonight's event and during the year help sustain the pathway to college for students just like Viridiana and also students like you saw from Alum Rock's jazz band. As Dan mentioned, we provide the funding for the Spartan Summer Program and the scholarship funds to support the Spartan East Side Promise students. If you're so inclined, there's a donate link to chat, and there it is. Thank you, Peter, for putting up there for us. And now we have a little special, we're going to try something different. We want to give you some time to mix and mingle a bit. So if this were an in-person event right now, we'd all be visiting with old friends and meeting new friends and chatting and so forth. So what we want to do is our outstanding tech support person, Peter, is going to put everyone randomly into breakout rooms. And you're going to find yourself in with some new or maybe some old friends where you'll get a chance to chat a bit. When you arrive in your breakout room, introduce yourselves, and as a suggestion, maybe start off by sharing how you learned about tonight's event and what brought you here. And then we'll get back here again in about 15 minutes. Okay, so Peter's going to distribute everyone's in breakout rooms. And if this is your first time experiencing this, you're going to find yourself with a group of about 7, 8 people, and you'll have a chance to chat for about 15 minutes. So, Peter?
And we actually have a nice cozy group, so it'll be a few less, so you have a little more time to chat with everyone. But hang on to your hats, and hopefully this works. You should receive you should see a little pop-up link. Tells you to join your group. So anyway, hello everyone. I think this is actually our our group. So if everyone wanted to unmute yourselves and just say hello. I think this is the group that we have left here. Yeah. I can get it started. Hang on one second. I'll join us on video. Hey, that's me. You all see me? Here, we can go to gallery. There we go. All right. Looks like a nice little tight group. I think folks are figuring out where they need to go. Well, anyway, hi, I'm Peter Allen. I do some support on the back side of things for the East Side Education Foundation. I've been consulting or supporting them for, gosh, a good almost 10 years now. So I've seen them grow into the wonderful group they are now. And that's what brings me here tonight. So maybe we can go around and say hello, and you can say what brings you here and why you support the East Side Foundation. Yvonne, are you able to unmute yourself? Can you do that for you? Here, I'll send you a little.
Okay, can you
Oh,
hear
you
me?
got it. Yeah, you got it. We got you. Say hi.
Okay. Well, I'm glad to be here and support your group. I'm Maurice's sister.
Oh,
And,
excellent. Good to meet you.
yeah, wonderful organization. And I really think higher education is a wonderful resource opportunity for everybody, and I support everyone. So thank you very much for having me on.
Excellent. Thanks for being here.
Mhm.
Amy, are you there? Or Amy and Sal, I'm guessing, might be there. I don't know if you guys are by the computer. You can unmute yourself. I see Lisa. Welcome back.
So I'm having tons of problem with my connectivity because of course I'm in Compton.
No
And
worries. No worries.
so what I'm gonna do is I'm on my phone with Zoom
Okay.
and I'm gonna try my phone and see if that stays. But I
Okay.
have what I want to say here.
Okay. Well, we'll be back in just as soon as we're back from the breakout rooms. We'll go to you.
Cool.
But if you want to introduce yourself, we're in like a smaller group here. If you want to say hello, I think it's you, me.
Oh, I
Lorraine,
can't see anybody. All I can see is you. Hi.
Oh yeah,
Lisa.
yeah. On the phone, you have to like swipe to see everyone. It's kind of awkward. But,
Oh,
yeah, if
there
you
we
want
are.
to,
There's other people.
yeah, if you want to
Hi.
introduce yourself and just say what brought you here and why you support the foundation.
What brought me here? I'm a graduate of Eastside and an inductee in 2018. I am the CEO of the Silicon Valley Ed Foundation, and we partner with the Eastside Education Foundation. So support all the efforts, supporting all the students that come through Eastside. So
Excellent. Well, again, thank you for being here. I know connectivity is always a challenge with these things. I'm hoping my internet stays up because I'm hosting the event. So.
Yeah. I'm just like,
Well,
I'm
welcome.
a resource. Thanks.
And Lisa's also an Eastside Hall of Famer too. I think in this last class, or the 2019 class. It seems like last year because we've all been inside for so long. Hey, Lorraine, are you near the mic? Can you say hello? I don't know if you're near the computer right now. I think that's Lorraine Guerin from our board of directors as well.
Okay.
Then we've got Amy and Sal Pizarro. Sal's another Hall of Famer. He was.
Sal.
I don't know if they're right by the computer right now, but Sal was a MC of that 2019 ceremony. So he was part of your induction. So Yvonne, tell us a little bit about Maurice. Maurice Geisels, who's one of our development consultants. He's been helping the board out a lot. Tell us a funny story about him that we might be able to blackmail him with later.
A funny story about Maurice. He loves playing guitar. I remember when he started out, when he was in his late teens, he stood up on the kitchen table or kitchen chair and started playing his guitar and singing for everybody, which was just about 3 of us. So he always likes to perform. And he's a great musician and a wonderful singer. And he has given us a lot of entertainment throughout the years.
That's great. That's awesome. Hey, Lisa, I was curious. How have you been doing with everything that's been going on with COVID, with family and everything? You've been able to get any downtime, any relaxation going, or has it been pretty much
No
break?
downtime.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt. Pivoting the organization and serving kids. So this is our first trip out of the Bay Area in almost a year. And so we came this weekend. It's my mother-in-law's 88th birthday. And so that's why I'm in her driveway in Compton, picking her up to go to our daughter's house to have.
We might have lost you for a second. Where did you say you guys were headed, or where are you on the road at right now?
Dinner with her, but we all have been together for over a year. So can you hear me now?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay. This is so crazy. I've got like, how many pieces of technology is it going to take to keep me connected?
Right. You're like holding the phone, like, where can I get more bars?
I know. Like, this is truly, no. So we're in Compton because Eric was born and raised in Compton. His mom still lives in Compton. So
Okay.
we're picking her up.
Down in Southern California.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. In
Excellent.
SoCal. So
Excellent.
yeah.
Is it a fairly big gathering, or how many folks are there right now?
So there'll be Eric's son, daughter. So 2, 4, 6. There's about 8 of us, 9 of us. Yeah.
That's all happy pod. Have you
Yeah.
are Yvonne, or at least are you guys, have you had your vaccines yet by any chance? I don't know. That seems to be the question of the day.
Yeah.
I still don't qualify, unfortunately. I'm somewhat, I don't know, young, but I don't have any underlying conditions, so I'm in that weird interstitial phase. So
Pretty soon.
Yeah, right. Maybe if they got to high-strung individuals, that's definitely something I qualify. So I was hoping that would help me out, but
well, you're in a good group because you don't qualify in the sense that you're healthy and younger.
Right.
But those of us who do qualify, I'm glad to have had both shots already. So that's good.
I'm just waiting to be able to hug my mom again. She got her shots, so she's taken care of. But and she's on multiple levels in terms of needing that to happen. So I'm just waiting for us to be able to have a gathering. I think the last time I see her a lot, but the last time we really were close was probably definitely last year. I think I had her over for the 4th of July very briefly, just to, as President Biden said with the barbecues, right? I had a little mini barbecue for family, and that was the last real family engagement that we had. We had 2 people over here with me, and then me and Angelica, my wife. So I'm definitely looking forward.
Wow.
Definitely looking forward to gathering with folks. I'm envious, Lisa. I would love to have a nice family gathering. My family's Italian. My wife's is Filipino. So when we get together, it's food and and good times and loud noises.
Yeah. That's good combination.
Right.
Yeah. We're having
No, go ahead.
We're having a fish fry, greens, all kinds of soul food. Eric's daughter's made it today, and
awesome.
A big Costco cake. That's where we just came from Costco to get the Costco cake. Yeah.
Well, you gotta have a big flat Costco cake. That's where it's at. Hey, I see Sal.
Yeah.
I think I see Sal. Or I see Sal's silhouette. Nice to see you, sir.
Hey,
I'm back right now.
No worries. How you doing?
I don't know if Amy mentioned, we had dueling events tonight. It's opening night of CineQuest. So I was listening into the opening remarks and the Q&A with Gabriel Byrne, and Amy is here eating her crab. So she said, point that camera away from me.
Well, that's great. I'm glad you could join us for a little while. CineQuest is a huge event, and I know this is actually a busy day. I know Supervisor Chavez had her women's conference earlier. My wife's been on that all day. Yeah. There was a Filipina lead Filipina event as well convening. So thanks so much for being here. So Sal, you and Lisa are both Hall of Famers. You were the MC at our last Hall of Fame event.
Right.
Thank you for doing that, and thanks for the shout out in your column for this event. I think we're very excited for that. How's life been going in quarantine with you and the kids and Amy?
Well, I think is we're about to same as a lot of people. We've got 6th grade going on in my office where I'm working on my column every day. And I'm also learning about the Mesopotamians and the Kush,
Mhm.
and right now about Buddha. And 4th grade is going on in our kitchen nook. And Amy's running the Happy Hollow Foundation from our dining room. So, we're of course very fortunate to have a house where we can do that, and
Yeah.
and all the technology where we can do that. But man, I'll tell you, it gets tough when all 4 of us are on Zoom calls at the same time, and we have to find different spots in the house where we won't hear each other, and the kids, quite frankly, are sick of hanging out with their parents.
Yeah.
Alex just laughed. He's eating some crab too.
Excellent. How's the crab? Ask him how's it taste?
So good, Amy said, and I agree. And the
Nice.
sausage was awesome. The pasta's good. Bread and the beer.
Oh, great. Yeah, we thought there'd be a nice extra touch. I know you mentioned J-Lore wines on Twitter as something to pair with the crab. So
We had some of that, and then Amy said, let's just go with the beer.
right. Yeah, I picked up my dinner and they said, and we got this for you too. I'm like, I'm not going to complain.
No.
It's a
Yeah.
bonus.
Awesome. Well,
Yeah.
you joined us as we're in our little breakout rooms, but we're going to bring everyone back here in just a
Okay.
minute. But what are you looking? Is there something you're looking forward to as we hopefully move towards herd immunity and can come out of our shells a little bit more?
Well, I'm looking honestly towards being able to go back. We've accomplished, like, just seeing family is probably the biggest thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I honestly, I look forward to going back to movies and going back to bars and restaurants, but I know as a family, we're looking forward to seeing all of our family members close up again. So
Absolutely. I think that we all shared that that sentiment. And
Yeah.
Lisa's actually on the road with family right now for a family.
me personally, I want to be in a movie theater with some popcorn soon. So
Yes. Yes.
Extra butter
For
too.
sure.
yeah.
All right. Well, I'm probably going to bring everyone back from the room
Okay.
here. So
And I'm gonna unvideo us so that Amy can keep eating without anyone noticing.
no problem.
Okay.
Say hi for me and for all of us, and yeah, enjoy the rest of the show.
Okay.
Actually, we'll give them a minute to come back. That's right. It's my first time running randomized breakout rooms, so
Yeah. Good for you.
trying. This is
You're
the
doing a
fun
very
part.
good job.
Thank you. This is the fun part of my job. I love people, so that's something I'm missing a lot. No matter what it is, just being in social settings. Angelica, my wife, is a little bit more of an introvert, so she's worked from home quite a bit. Her whole life she's been a consultant or a political operative. So it's sort of natural for her. But all right, we're coming on back. Well, welcome back as folks are trickling back in. Good to see you all. Got 10 more seconds and everyone's coming back. I think we successfully negotiated our breakout rooms. Hope everyone had a good conversation. Oh, and there everyone is. Great. So once I find Manny again, we'll be ready to get started. Hey, is Manny there?
I'm right here.
All right, there you are.
Great.
Take it away. We're
Well,
back.
welcome back, everyone. I had a really nice visit, and had Dave House, and who's the chair of the Silicon Valley Education Foundation, among other things. And also had a chance to meet Tina Lim, who's a professor at San Jose State and is an Independence High graduate, and then also our county superintendent of schools, Mary Ann Dewan. So thank you very much for being there. So welcome back, everyone. And now I would like to introduce to you the CEO of the Silicon Valley Education Foundation, Lisa Andrews. Silicon Valley Education Foundation is our closest partner with the East Side Education Foundation. And it is the largest education nonprofit in the region, supporting over 5,000 students annually through our signature Elevate Math program and our computer science program. We also partner and coordinate with the East Side Alliance, consisting of the East Side Alliance High School District Superintendent Chris Funk and the 7 elementary partner districts. And they are Alum Rock, Hilaria Bauer, Superintendent, Berryessa, Roxanne Fuentes, Superintendent, Franklin McKinley School District, Juan Cruz, Superintendent. And I think Juan is actually on, so thank you for being with us today, Juan. I saw him picking up his crab dinners. Evergreen School District, Emmy Flores. Mount Pleasant School District, Alida MacArthur. Orchard School District, Wendy Godalowitz, and Oak Grove School District, my former district, Jose Manzo. And together, these districts serve over 80,000 students. And thank you for the leadership that those superintendents provide. And I say we, because after I retired from Oak Grove, I spent 10 years working full-time with the Silicon Valley Education Foundation, and I'm still associated with it. It's a terrific organization. I'm very proud to be part of it. And I'm especially proud to welcome now our excellent CEO, Lisa Andrew, who is not only the CEO of Silicon Valley Education Foundation, but she's also a graduate from the Silver Creek High School and was inducted in the East Side Hall of Fame in 2018. So we have a special treat, not only her role at SVF, but also a Hall of Fame inductee. And Lisa right now is celebrating her mother-in-law's 88th birthday. And so she still made time to be with us this evening. So Lisa, thank you for being here.
Oh, we just lost Lisa. She was having some connectivity issues earlier. Let's see if I can get her back.
Let's see if we can get her back. Try again, Lisa.
Yeah, Manny, we might, yeah, we might want to.
Let's do this.
Everyone from Compton, California. Okay, so we
There we
swooped
go.
in to pick her up, but
Okay, now she's coming. Lisa, let's do this because we're having trouble hearing you. So let's do this. Go on pause. Let's go on to Amanda, and then we'll come back to you, see if we can get a better connection. Can you hear me? If that's okay? All right.
Okay.
Well, let's do that, and then we'll try to come back to Lisa. And
is this better? Can you hear me now?
better. That was better right there. Yeah, try
All
that.
right. All right. All right. Thank you. Greetings, everyone from Compton, California, where I get to celebrate my mother-in-law's 88th birthday. So I feel very fortunate. Our first family outing after a year. We've all been vaccinated, but I could not miss this crab feed. The Silicon Valley Education Foundation is a proud partner with the East Side Education Foundation. This is especially important to me as a graduate of Silver Creek High School, but also as an inductee, being able to serve in the community that grew me up. And during my time at Silver Creek, I have really fond memories of my freshman algebra teacher, Miss Garcia. She was a first-year teacher. Even though she was still learning her craft, she still made time to meet with all of us, support all of us in learning what are those variables and equations and everything about algebra, as it's the gatekeeper to our success. And then in my senior year, I was really fortunate that the administrators at Silver Creek recognized the massive improvement I made from my junior to senior year. I had a lot of fun my junior year. We got a little bit more serious my senior year, and I was fortunate enough to be given the Kiwanis Club Award that gave me some money for books after senior year in college. And most importantly, as importantly, I got to go to the Kiwanis Club luncheon. And that is where I realized people used cloth napkins and cloth and tablecloths. So it was also a great opportunity for me to realize that there was a different kind of life out there beyond what I had been exposed to before. So the East Side Education Foundation, huge partner with Silicon Valley Ed Foundation, huge place in my heart. Manny, Dan, Peter, thank you so much for the work that you're doing. We will be here continuing to support future inductees as well as all the other wonderful students at Eastside. So have a great dinner, good luck, and thanks for having me.
Lisa, thank you so much for making time. And I know, you're in the middle of a trip and going down there, and I just appreciate that you made the time to be with us this evening. Thank you very much.
Absolutely, absolutely, enjoy.
And our best to Eric too, because I know he's there. Thank you very much. So I also want to acknowledge, I mentioned that Dave House was the chair of the Silicon Valley Education Foundation Board. But Dave, through his foundation with his wife, Devi Kadmar, supports not only the Silicon Valley Education Foundation, but also one of our major supporters through a very generous grant to support the East Side Education Foundation and the scholarship program for the students, as well as for the week summer program. So thank you so much, Dave and Debbie, for your support and just overall for philanthropy all over the region. You make such a huge difference. So at this time, we would not have a program without the strong partnership we have with that outstanding university, San Jose State. It is my alumni, and I know it is for all of us. It was the gatekeeper for so many of us. And at this time, please welcome Amanda Aldama from San Jose State to say a few words about the Spartan East Side Promise. Amanda does just a fabulous job coordinating our Spartan Summer Orientation Program, along with East Side counselors Lori Matheson and Ben Liu. So Amanda, thank you for being with us this evening.
Hi, good evening, everyone. So once again, my name is Amanda Aldama, and I am the Spartan East Side Promise Program Lead at San Jose State University in our Office of Student Outreach and Recruitment. The Spartan East Side Promise program provides a pathway for guaranteed admission to undeclared for qualified East Side Union High School District students, and is designed to support students and their families in the transition from high school to college graduation through a variety of interactive programming components. And with this virtual world, both definitely adapting those to those asynchronous and those synchronous, adapting towards meeting students where they are. I've been in this role since the inception of the Spartan East Side Promise, and I feel incredibly blessed to have the position I'm in and have the opportunity to support the community that I grew up in, also a graduate of Silver Creek and San Jose State myself. It's an honor to partner with the East Side Education Foundation Board on the inception and facilitation of the East Side Union High School District Spartan Summer Program. Going on its 5th year, the program provides newly admitted students with a 2-week pre-orientation program to prepare for their journey as Spartans. We're excited to do this work again, and thank you all for having me this evening.
Thank you, Amanda. That was just terrific. And again, Amanda and Lori and Ben will start getting to work really soon. It's a tremendous amount of work. And again, thank you to San Jose State for this partnership, and with special thanks to Amanda for making all this happen. This doesn't happen by magic, and it takes a lot of work. Thank you so much. And I should also mention, thank you, Mary Papazian, the president of San Jose State, for keeping the Spartan Promise going. And now we'd like to welcome one of our best partners from Excite Credit Union, Vice President John Hogan, to say a few words about the special savings program for the students within the East Side Alliance. John, thank you for being with us this evening. And I see you've been eating crab. You've got your bib on and ready to go.
Thank you, Manny. Yeah, I'm all bibbed up. On the other side of the laptop, my wife is a San Jose Spartan, and she's been mowing through the crab as we've been going on here.
Go Sparty!
But thanks everybody for supporting the East Side Education Foundation. At Excite Credit Union, we believe every child should have a college savings account. And so we're really proud to partner with you to make that happen. And you know, you probably already know from Manny that Excite offers a special account to East Side students where we deposit $50 to open the account, and we match the family's deposits up to $25 in each year, and we pay 5% interest. So that all sounds terrific, and it is, but there's one big problem with that, and that's that we're not reaching enough students with it. Not nearly enough. So I'm gonna bend your ear for another minute and a half and tell you about an opportunity and a challenge that we want to bring to the table here. First, let me ask you what the cities of St. Louis and San Francisco have in common. Manny, you have anything on that? I know I didn't prep you for this.
Well, what they have in common is how we modeled this program, and they made arrangements to start a savings account for their kids. It's exactly.
Right. Oh, I didn't prep him, but he already knew. But yeah, those are the two most successful children's savings programs for public schools in the country. But did you also know that the East Side Alliance has the same number of public school students as the city of San Francisco and St. Louis combined? Just about. But San Francisco and St. Louis are enrolling 7,000 kids a year into their college savings program. And we're doing about 200 a year. So 7,000 to 200 with the same number of students. And so how do they do that? And the way that they're doing it is they use automatic enrollment. In those two cities, every child that enters kindergarten automatically gets a savings account, which includes an opening deposit of $50. And then the kids can earn incentives for savings and attendance in the future. So it's really well structured. And I think we should be doing that in East San Jose. And I'm glad to see Supervisor Carrasco on the line. Thank you. And what we need, we're ready to support it at the credit union. What we need is one or more school districts to step up and help us pilot a program where we can match and exceed what's happening in St. Louis and San Francisco. So if you think one of your districts should be the one to pave the way, reach out to me next week and let's make it happen. I think we could possibly get something started even by next school year. So thank you very much. And I think I put my email in the chat for another reason, but maybe it was serendipitous.
So, John, thank you so much. And I'm glad that you can do the automatic enrollment. And we did not plan this, but one of the things we have been working, just to kind of put this in perspective for everyone, 7 years to put this program together. We started off with the Spartan East Side Promise, thanks to San Jose State. And then we wanted to raise enough money for scholarships. And last September, we raised enough money thanks to contributions from the House Foundation and Silicon Valley Education Foundation and Excite Credit Union. We raised enough money to get our first set of scholarships out. And then the third component was the college savings program. So the Spartan East Side Promise was modeled after Long Beach State, the savings program after San Francisco, and the scholarship after Oakland Unified. But we are the only system that puts all three together in the entire state. And I don't know any other system in the country that puts the promise, the savings, and also the scholarship together. So we really want to kind of make this known. And we're also going to be having some parent sessions, thanks to funding from the House Foundation, where we will be providing and explaining these opportunities. We plan on scheduling them in May. And for the parents and students within the East Side Alliance, and please get the word out. I'm also going to be following up with the superintendents at the next East Side Alliance meeting so that we could get this going. And I'm sure there's going to be one district that's going to want to do this right away. And I think all of them will follow. So John, can't thank you enough for what you're doing. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Manny.
All right.
And John, this is Peter. Do you mind if we throw your Excite CU email into the chat for you again, just so folks can get it?
Oh, of course, Peter. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
And John mentioned, and I want to mention that Council Member Magdalena Carrasco is with us this evening. So thank you, Magdalena, for being here. Magdalena is also one of my former Oak Grove parents. It's always a delight to see her, and thank you for your service for the city. So at this point, I'm checking to see, I don't know if JT is on yet.
I don't believe he's here yet.
Okay, so then what we're going to do, we'll come back to JT because I just got a text. He is coming on. Peter, if you could send the link.
Sure, can definitely do
With you here and to JT, and then we'll get going. So in the meantime, we're going to slip right in and introduce you to another one of our East Side Education Foundation program students, Mark Santos. And Mark is with us here today, and I'm going to introduce you to him right now. Mark, thank you for being with us here this evening.
Thank you for inviting me, Manny, and welcome to everyone. I enjoy all of your presence.
Thank you. So, Mark, maybe we can start off. What year are you in at San Jose State?
Right now, I'm a senior English literature major set to graduate this spring.
So you're ready to finish. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's outstanding. So how did you come about choosing that major? The English major.
All of my efforts culminate from the English faculty department of Oak Grove High School. Mr. Paul Kick, Miss Janet Goldhamer, Miss Jennifer Black, and Miss Shauna Fortiamo. All of them were pillars in constructing my foundation for learning and teaching. Teachers are the unsung heroes and heroines that play a critical role in a student's life. And I just want to thank them for instilling me with this love for education.
Mark, I'll just say this. If those teachers are online right now, or the word's going to get to them, being an educator myself and having my kids in education, people would kill to have students say what you just said about your teachers. And that was terrific. And, you know, there's something that's called psychic income, and you can't eat it, right? I mean, it's not money that you could spend, but it's that kind of energy and support to hear something like that. That's terrific. Thank you for sharing that with everyone. So we know you're an English major. So you went through the summer program, and if I understand correctly, you were one of the first cohorts to go through.
Yes, correct. That one of the best experiences I've had as a freshman. The Spartan East Side Promise program helped me adjust to college and helped me complete my degree by becoming this foundation of resources, meeting with advisors, interacting with resources offered by the university, and becoming this organized pathway for me to follow. It's scary being a freshman and a first generation student of your entire family to attend a college in the United States. I had so many questions of doubt whether to attend this college, a community college, or just wait. But the Spartan East Side Promise program answered all my questions of doubt and reassured me that San Jose State is the college for me.
Wow, that's terrific. That's outstanding to hear. What high school did you go to again?
I attended
Oak Grove, right?
High School, yes.
How about your middle school?
Herman Leonard.
Herman, so that's my former district. So if Jose Manzo is on, that's Herman Middle School is in the Oak Grove School District. Give a little plug for Oak Grove. And well, you've already shared a lot about Oak Grove. Do you have any other memories that you want to share with us relative to the school experience?
For Oak Grove, the best highlight of my senior year, well, throughout from freshman to senior year, was the marching band program. Shout out to Mr. Chris Mora. Despite, even though music right now and the arts are displays that right now, as we saw from the Alum Rock Jazz Band, power to them that they were able to make music their medium through Zoom, and that the marching band program was the best thing I've ever had, that it built me to become this young man and this student right now I am today.
Well, and who is the teacher again?
Mr. Christopher Mora.
Chris Mora, there you go. Thank you very much, Mark. And just one final question for you. 5 years from now, after you graduate, any thoughts in terms of what you'd like to be doing?
Yeah, 5 years now, I just want to thank again the Silicon Education Foundation and the Spartan East Side Foundation for awarding me the scholarship. That with the scholarship, 5 years down the line, I plan to pursue my master's degree in English education and my doctorate in English literary theory. After earning those degrees, I want to return back to the East Side community and become this teacher and role model for students, helping them realize that college is within their grasp. It's not scary, it's attainable.
You know, Mark, I have a feeling we're going to be inducting you in the East Side Hall of Fame one of these years. So thank you so much for being here with us tonight, and congratulations on your graduation. And I'm sure we'll be hearing more from you. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you. And I just want to recognize, thank, and celebrate all the people and all the organizations who donated to make the Spartan East Side Promise program possible. It is a promise that was fulfilled for me, and I can't wait to see it fulfilled for future students.
Thank you so much. That's terrific. And I hope those of you that might have associated with Oak Grove, please mention the teachers' name, mention to the teachers that their names were mentioned this evening, because I'm sure they would like to hear that. So at this point, I'm going to introduce to you a good friend of mine and a former superintendent, and he is our development consultant and helps us. Did a lot of work putting this together this evening. We've been meeting regularly for several months now. Please welcome my good friend Maurice Geisel. So Maurice, it was good to see you in person today, distributing.
Oh, wasn't it great? Thank you.
It was good.
Thank you, Manny. And I talk about hard acts to follow. Mark, that was magnificent. I don't know if I could trump that whatsoever. I just want to be brief and bold and say that thank you again, the East Side Alliance, the East Side Unified High School District, or the high school district. And you know, the only thing I want to add here, without being repetitive, is think about it. The Silicon Valley Education Foundation does such a great job preparing students to get into San Jose State. The East Side Education Foundation, incredible job with the summer program, the scholarship program, to get past the finish line and graduate. And ultimately, drum roll please, to make Silicon Valley better and our graduate students to be full-fledged tax-paying citizens. So thank you. And there's a lot of work behind the scenes, and I want to give some shout outs to those people. And those people are Peter Allen, responsible for so much putting things on tonight. Rebecca Wong, Kirsten Leapman, Lorraine Guerin, Dan Moser, president, and your master of ceremonies and host, Manny Barbera. Let me just say this. This is a fun team. It has a lot of energy, and watch out because we're mighty and we're growing. Manny?
Thank you, Maurice. And I also want to thank Rebecca, Becky Wong, who is over there helping us today as well. And Chris Funk, who took time out to help us. And Maurice, thank you so much for all the work that you've done and the leadership that you've provided. So at this point right now, we're going to go to one of our other partners. And I want to introduce to you JT Service, who is the founder of Soul Focus Sports. And JT has been a partner with the Eastside Education Foundation, the Silicon Valley Education Foundation, and the Eastside Alliance through his generous donation, and also through his work through the Silicon Valley Half Marathon. So JT, I'd like to please welcome you to this evening and say a few words.
Thanks, Manny, and greetings, everyone. Happy Saturday night. Happy crab feed. Again, my name is JT Service. I'm the founder of Run Local Events. This is a modest size running event company here in the Bay Area. But we've been putting on the Silicon Valley Half Marathon. This will be our third year. Unfortunately, 2 of those years have been virtual due to the circumstances that we're all in. But fortunately, we have raised over $40,000 for the Spartan East Side Promise. So that comes from our runners that have raised money through their peer-to-peer fundraising. But mainly it's come from Excite Credit Union. And I'm not sure if you've heard from John Hogan tonight, but the Silicon Valley Half Marathon is presented by the Excite Credit Union. So we have this great marriage of a local business and a local running event that brings people together and then also raises money for local scholarships. So we've got this really great genesis of positive energy going on. This year, we will be hosting our virtual half marathon all throughout the month of April. If anybody needs more information about it, you can find it at svhalf.com. That's like Silicon Valley, svhalf.com. It's so cool. It's a great way to raise money for these kids and also take care of yourself and do something fun. I cannot wait for 2022 when we all get back together and do live events in person and feel that energy. Until then, $40,000 in the last few years, not too bad for these scholarships, but we're just blessed and excited to be part of this partnership. So thanks again to Excite Credit Union that makes it happen, and to about 10 to 15,000 runners annually that help us raise this money. So thanks, Manny.
JT, thank you. I mean, it's tremendous contribution. I know the virtual gotten in the way of the in-person. There's going to be a lot of pent-up energy when we do this.
I think so.
And people, we've got a year to get in shape for the half.
That gives everybody some time.
We're all going to be there. No excuse. You know it's coming. But seriously, thank you so much. You made a tremendous contribution. And again, John Hogan, Excite Credit Union, for sponsoring the event. Well, everyone, thank you for participating this evening. I'd like to thank Peter Allen, who's been working behind the scenes, and a tremendous amount of work to make sure this production goes smoothly, along with board member Kirsten Liebman, who I had the pleasure of working with at Silicon Valley Education Foundation, is now one of our board members. And I invite everyone to check our website, which Peter recently redesigned. We've gotten a lot of kudos actually on the new website. So please go check it out. You've done a terrific job. I want to thank Barbara and Tom Service for their generous contribution, not only this evening, but also over the last couple of years to the scholarship program for the Spartan East Side Promise. So thank you very much, Tom and Barbara. I also would like to acknowledge our advisory board. You see them listed there. Thank you, Lisa Andrew, Thelma Boak, Trustee Ed Berryessa, Union School District, Eddie Buller, retired athletic director and founding member of the Eastside Education Foundation. I should have mentioned him earlier. Frank Carbajal, founder of STMPO LLC Silicon Valley Latino Leadership Summit. Dino Serta, retired Eastside administrator. Lori Collins, associate vice president of programs at Life Moves, and the Honorable Dave Cortese, most recently elected state senator. Joe Cotto, former superintendent and state assembly member. Barbara Dawson, retired administrator, executive director, TWIS Services. Dr. Marianne Dewan, superintendent of the county, Santa Clara County office. Honorable Darcy Green, CEO, Latinas Contra Cancer, and former county school board member. The Honorable Ash Kalra, state assembly member, and also former Oak Grove graduate, did mention. Mike Kirst, president of California State Board of Education, former, and Mike Welsh, retired Eastside Union High School District administrator and foundation, former foundation board member. And I wish I had a chance to meet Mike. Did so much work for the Eastside Education Foundation board and recently moved over to the advisory board. Please learn more on our website, and it's posted for you right now. I also would like to acknowledge the Honorable Land Wynn, former board member at Eastside, the Honorable Dorsey Moore, Santa Clara Open Space Authority, and Hall of Famers who we understand are on this evening, Daphne Long, Jerry Soriano, and from the Mercury News, Sal Pizarro. And Sal, thank you so much for putting us in your column not too long ago. Thank you everyone for being with us this evening. I want to have a special shout out right now for Eastside Superintendent Chris Funk, who is leaving the Eastside Union High School District this year. Chris has provided outstanding leadership in Eastside and the Eastside Alliance for the past 9 years. It's been terrific working with Chris. I'm going to miss him, and we want to wish him the best going into the future. He was instrumental in the creation and leadership for the Eastside Alliance and the Spartan East Side Promise. You're going to be missed. In the meantime, we want you to mark your calendar for our dinner, Saturday, November 13th. We have a special honoree. I'm not going to announce it this evening. You're going to wait for the announcement. It'll be coming out soon. Last year, the last dinner, we had the president of San Jose State, Mary Papazian, and the honoree for this year for 2021, and it will be in person, folks. So hopefully we'll get a chance to see each other and actually by then hug, shake hands, and actually have some human contact. We'll be announcing the honoree very, very soon. It will be held at the Hayes Mansion. And also I want to mention the nomination forms for the Hall of Fame are available on our website. So for those of you that would like to nominate someone for the Hall of Fame, please get a nomination form. We will be selecting those Hall of Fame members, over time, over the summer. And we'll also be selecting the scholarship awardees for San Jose State Spartan Promise students around that time as well. So thank you everyone for being with us. If you'd like to stay on, we're going to keep the Zoom link open. And Peter, is there anything they need to do, or did they just stay on?
No, they can just hang out. We're actually a fairly cozy group tonight. So if folks want to stick around, we'll keep the Zoom open for a little while. But yeah, I want to Great job, Manny. Thank you for your emceeing, and thanks to everyone for being here. And we hope you all have a great evening and a very safe rest of your weekend. Remember to stay safe, wear your masks, wash your hands, keep doing that until we all get through this. And hopefully we'll be able to join you in person next year. And John, I'm going to be in crowd next to you next year. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to wear my own bib.
Sounds good.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everyone. Good night.